Welcome to Beaded Doilies by Shell. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a hexagon. I'm going to be using my smallest pattern. The original design I used the light red, but I found in doing them that I actually like the darker red better, so I will be using that in the video. I'm redoing my patterns. So I wanted to show you what you will get when you order one of the patterns. For the collections, pattern collection 1, the first page is useful information. Then you have color count for round doilies and hexagon doilies, as well as band doilies. Then I have included a size chart, which I have done 3 sizes of the small beads, the delica, and then 2 sizes of seed beads. And I've also included the bead sizes that the patterns were originally created for, the 4mm crystal, and then the 4, 6, and 8mm plastic faceted beads. And then we have the patterns. They include round, which for the 3 small ones is you just ignore the corners and you do the round for these. And if you want to do a hexagon, you use the corners to make it the hexagon shape. And for the larger ones, the round is the shape, and then the hexagon is staying inside the black line, which you can either cross these off or you can cut it out, whichever makes it easier for you. And there are many different sizes included in this pattern, right up to the largest size, which is the 4L. Now, we noticed while trying to print out the pattern that many programs will open up the PDFs, but they like to print in portrait. And as you can see, the portrait makes it much smaller, so it's harder to read. So you want to make sure to check your printer settings and that it is printing in landscape and not portrait, so that you can get the best view of your pattern. And as you can see from this one, you can also print in black and white and still be able to bead because of the letters that are used. And here is an example of black and white with the larger ones and the black outline for the hexagon patterns. Now the patterns also include a name, and the number represents the bead size it was originally created for, which is 4mm, 6mm, and 8mm. So you have 8, 6, and 4. This one here has works with all 3 bead sizes. And then the letter represents what, in essence, it was created for. S is for a small doily, C is for coaster size doily, O is for an ornament size doily, P is pendant, E earring, then you have medium and large. Now with the hexagon, there's 4 ways you can create it. I have videos for the 1 needle where you start here and you go up and down the rows. Also the 2 needle, and I have videos for starting in the center. I've already done the 1 needle where you start in the center and then you do this and then this, and in this video we're going to do the 2 needle where you start in the center and work your way out. Now this technique I've actually not used before, so I will be marking my pattern so I keep track of where I am. And what we will do, I wanted to show you some other things. I'm not real creative with the hexagon, so I have chosen to do different colors these are the color choices that I did, and here are the hexagon with this pattern but different color options. So you can see you can be very creative even with a pattern that already has set colors, if it's a simple design, which this one is. And then let's see, oh, and I wanted to show you a seed bead of the design done. This is a teeny tiny hexagon done with seed beads. It's this pattern right here. You can see the difference in size. And the seed beads I used for this one are these colors. There's lots of color choices. Just choose a yellow, green, red, and green that go well together and bead up your piece. And for the actual pattern, these are the colors that I have chosen. 18 ruby. If you like the lighter color, 17 Christmas red is the one that I had before. And then there's 04 dark avocado and 23 sun gold. Those are the ones we're going to be using in this video. Now, as you notice, we have a spot for an accessory, as this is an earring pattern. I have here one of my round ones that I did. This one is crystal, and these are the colors that I used for the crystal. And what you do is you add your accessory in between these two beads. Now, if you're doing a small one like this, you just add the accessory with the two beads because it's not going to stay in between them. But if you're using larger beads, like with the crystal, you want to make sure to add the accessory in between the two beads right here as you're beading. And that will give you an accessory, and then you can use it for an earring, or you can make a pendant. Alright, so we are going to start in the center, and our start bead is going to be this bottom center bead right here. So we want a green, then we're going to add the two side beads, so that's 2 beads to each string, and the center is all green, so we are just adding green right now, and we let those drop, and then we cross with this one here, and that will complete our center circle. Now, as we are going to be going around, what we do is we can choose either string, and then depending on which string we choose, we either cross this one or this one. So we're going to cross here. So that means I am going to add to my left string 1, 2, 3, 4 beads. So that's red, yellow, red, yellow. And then we're going to cross with a red. Alright, then we'll take the string that is coming in towards our center, and we will go through 1 center bead. That takes care of this. And now we want to use the string that is coming away from the center, and we're going to add 1, 2, 3 beads. So that's yellow, red, yellow. And then we are going to cross with a red. take the string that is coming in towards the center and go through one center bead, and then we'll repeat. Because of this design, we're pretty much repeating exactly the same thing. We'll be adding yellow, yellow, and crossing with a red. So we take the string that's coming out away from our center, we add a yellow, red, yellow, and then cross with a red. Go through the center, and then repeat. And now, as we have come to our last circle on this area, what we need to do is go with the string that's coming towards the center. We go through the center one, and we go through the red on our previous completed circle, and then we take the other string, and we're going to add a yellow and a red, and then we are going to cross with a yellow. And now we want to go through this other yellow bead here, so that on this side where there are 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going through the 2 center beads of this side of the doily. Now again, it doesn't matter which one string we add to, but then we'll continue adding to that string. So I'm going to again do the left string. So we're going to add 3 yellows and then cross a yellow. Now we're going to go through what I call the corner bead only, so just one bead this time. So we're coming out of this one, so we're going to add 1, 2, 3 to our left, and we're going to cross with a 4th. So that's 3 reds and then a yellow. Now, because we're on the side of our doily, we are going to go through 2 beads, 2 side beads, Now, as this is only 3 layers, you only have one set of side beads. But when you have more layers, you will have more side beads and only 6 corners. You will always only have 6 corners, but your side beads you'll have more of. So this part you would repeat until you get to the corner. So you'd go through 2 side beads and add your beads for that circle, and then if it's longer you go through 2 more side beads and add your beads until you get to the corner. Now we've added our corner. Now we're on to our side beads. We're going to add 1, 2 and cross with the third. And then we're at a corner again, so we go through 1 bead, corner bead, and we are adding 3 and crossing with a 4th, so 3 reds and cross with a yellow, and we go through our 2 side beads, and we add 2 yellows and then cross with a yellow, and we're at a corner again, so we go through our 1 corner bead, and we add 3 reds and cross with a yellow, oops, I forgot the yellow. There we go. 3 reds and cross with a yellow. Then we have our 2 side beads. Add 2 yellows and cross with a yellow. Now we're at our corner again. And we had 3 reds and cross with a yellow. Now this pattern here is rather simple. We're just repeating the same thing over and over, and the colors kind of lead you around. You will want to practice and be good at figuring out where you are and where you're going. before you try a more complicated pattern, which won't lead you as nicely around the pattern as this one does. But this is a good one for if you're learning how to do this particular stitch. Because as you can see, our side beads are yellow and our corner beads are red. Now, as we are at our last circle here, we are going to go through our corner bead and one bead on the previously finished circle over here, and then we're adding just the 3 reds, and we'll put them all on one string, as this is the finish of our piece. Otherwise we would cross the 3rd red, but as this is a small one, we are just going to now tie off. So we do 1 regular knot and then a double knot. We bring it down but don't pull tight. Now we slip it inside the last bead we added, and then once it's inside we pull tight. And there you have your hexagon doily, and we'll just bead back through 2 circles to secure our string. And then we'll clip off the excess. And there we have created a hexagon pattern with the 2 needle stitch starting from the center and working our way out. Please feel free to check out my other videos for hexagon patterns to see which stitch you prefer, and happy beading!